On Venus, the Red Brigade tasted victory. Commander Alexei Dostoevsky crushed an American recycler convoy in the canyons, sealing the trap with a golem and annihilating the survivors. From there, his forces swept across the battlefield, cutting supply lines and razing the last American outpost. But elsewhere, the Soviet counterattack faltered. Despite Venus serving as a vital research hub since the discovery of the Smithsonian flight log database, the planet was no longer safe. With the Chinese incursions on Ganymede and American counterattacks intensifying, General Karnov ordered the withdrawal of key personnel and scientists to the safety of Titan. Yet, while the Soviets repositioned, the Chinese were not idle. On Ganymede, disaster struck. General Fu, a symbol of CRA authority and one of the architects of China's off-world campaign, had been captured by Soviet forces. He was to be escorted to a launch pad and taken off-world, a prize for propaganda as much as intelligence. For the Chinese Red Army, the consequences of failure were unthinkable. Losing General Fu would not only shame the Chinese Communist Party, but call into question China's claims in the Biometal War. The task falls to the Major. Outnumbered and outgunned, he must intercept a Soviet convoy and liberate the general before he is spirited away into space. The odds are long, but the Chinese now wield a weapon of their own. The first fruits of their captured Smithsonian relic. With this new advantage, the Major prepares to strike. In China's eyes, there is no room for mercy. Rescue the general, or do not return at all. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing Red Storm Mission 3, Rescue Me. We're going back to the Chinese as we sort out their little dilemma they have on Ganymede after the events of protection. So, without too much to go away, let's get this done. Let's get this briefing on the way. Battlezone update. Soviet opposition to the Chinese invasion of Ganymede has been fierce, resulting in a potentially devastating blow to the CRA if the CCA succeeds. Yeah, that puts it lightly. CRA report. General Fu has been captured by the Russians. We must recapture him as quickly as possible. Intelligence report that he is to be moved from a Russian base to one of their launch facilities. Intercept the convoy carrying him and retake the general. You will first need to reactivate 6 abandoned artillery units spread around the area from a training exercise. Further orders will be given in the field. That's a pickle. The paper general seems to be on the field and demanding that we rescue him. Okay. Intelligence report. The Russians will be using standard prisoner transportation procedures. There will be 6 convoys of Revmir APCs with armed escorts. You will need to determine which one is carrying the general and concentrate all your forces on that one. Snipe its pilot and drive the APC back to the drop zone. Pretty simple plan in theory, apart from you need to snipe the pilot, but you know, shouldn't be too much of an issue. And the engineering report. And this is the big one. The cloak technology is now available for hover tank combat units in the CRA army. You hit the deploy key, same morph button. If you play Battlezone Combat Commander, which if you're playing this, you probably have. You hit the morph button that you would normally for ships that can be morphed, and that will activate your cloaking ability. While cloaked, you cannot be seen or detected by enemy forces. While cloaked, weapons do not fire, which fair enough as it is, and cloaked vehicles have an increased health regeneration rate. And so our objectives are simple. Recapture General Fu from the hands of the Russians. The cloaking will be the big thing here. Will really help us with this mission. Also, the rabbit's actually a pretty cool design. A little bit doofy, but I like it. The Archer. Good old Yeti tank, which has been the mainstay of the Chinese army. And the supply launch facility. Alright, well, let's get this on the way.
Major, there are 6 abandoned artillery units in this sector. You must rearm them as quickly as possible. Cover the routes we will take with General Fu. Quick, we must hurry if we are to save the general.
Alright, so this mission, there isn't too much going on until the end part. It's your introduction to how the cloaking works for the AI and for the player as well. First half of this mission, we're just booking it across the map to get to these archers, and we're going to heal them with the rabbit wearing pilot up here. This is just you know, the supply vehicle for the supply and repair vehicle for the Chinese. It's up there with the Comrade for the Russians, so it's a fun, cute little vehicle. Nothing too special. I do like the articulation on the back there. As usual, if you've got a heap of walkers or, you know, heavy units that need constant ammo supply, probably the best to go with that. I'm going to go around the back here. So if you look on the overview map there, those little, to the north there, those little white patches on top of the hills is where the archers are based. You can also, of course, see them on your HUD, but gives you a good reference of where you want to go for pathing. That time limit is tighter than you think. It takes a while to heal these archers, so it's a lot of hurry up and heal, basically, and you'll be waiting for a fair bit to heal. So just pull out these hills, and we park the archer here, and not much we can do. Kind of look around. Enjoy the skybox. Actually a pretty cool skybox, to be fair. Coxxon has done an amazing job on the design of this. Also, very cinematic. Make sure you keep it in line of sight. The heal. To heal, just so you know as well, it says in the objectives here, but you want to hit the target key. You don't hit the attack button for the repair unit. You just target your unit. You target the unit you want to heal, and you'll heal it. It doesn't work on enemy units, of course, but makes sense.
Automatic fire procedures initiated.
We just jump off there immediately, and we fly over this way. This mission is pretty relaxed. No, so it gets a bit more intense near the end of the mission because a few things can go wrong. You will be given units, but right now this is the 10 minutes of hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. So there is if anyone's paying attention to this part of the video, what other series would you guys like me to cover? Don't get me wrong, I love the Battlezone series. It was my mainstay growing up, and is one of those nostalgic favourites of mine. And I do plan on covering number 2 and Forgotten Enemies when I get up to that part. But there's other games.
Automatic fire procedures initiated.
There's other games I would also like to cover as well, so I wouldn't mind hearing from the viewers on what other things you would want me to play, whatnot. Throw it on YouTube so you can watch while you go about your day or do your things. So just leave a comment in leave a message in the comments if you think that is something worthwhile or something you would like to see me play. Don't get me wrong, I am going to finish this series. It's a long, arduous task to get this series done, especially the detail I'm leaving it at, but, you know, I'll make sure there'll be something there, you know. I'll make sure this will be finished in its complete entirety. I don't think we've got any other tedious missions like that, like this in the future. I never played the original Red Odyssey back in the day.
Automatic fire procedures initiated.
I never played the original Red Odyssey back in the day, so I don't know how this compares to the original. Oh, I've got a... Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't notice that. I didn't... enemy units be coming to say hello. I suppose they do patrols. Didn't get hit, which is a good sign. For this one here, going for archer number 4, you're going to have to cut right up the mountain. You won't be able to go straight up it. Alright. You're not trying to come and get me. Oh, that's awkward. I mean, I can probably outmaneuver him pretty well, but the fact he's waiting for me is not something I want to deal with.
Automatic fire procedures initiated.
Who left? Archers will deal with them. At least bombard them and politely sod off. Ooh. Huh. Normally those units aren't too much of an issue. Maybe I'm assuming I've moved a bit fast for this. I had an editing issue when I did the first recording of this, and long story short, I didn't have my voice didn't come through, so I'm actually playing this again. It's a fairly simple, quick mission. Number 5.
Automatic fire procedures initiated.
Object for style on the way down. By the time it stops, once we heal all these archers, so it shouldn't take too long. Just got to get up to the last one. Leave us about a minute to spare. It will take 30 seconds or so. This soundtrack's good though. The original Red Odyssey soundtrack's actually pretty dope. Gets the Chinese theme really well. This is done, we start running.
Automatic fire procedures initiated.
Now we've got to go back to where we started, back to where we originally entered the battle zone. So nice 4K, nearly 4K drive back to base. There's turrets in the AO. There's one there. Shot by him. So the path doesn't really matter as long as you try and make a beeline and as quickly as you can to the direction you need to go. You hear turrets trying to avoid them, and there's one just over there, but it should be okay. You're not necessarily on a time limit, but you still want to be quick, because I think after a period of time there's going to be a trigger that spawns the next objective. There we go, the transports have entered the battle zone. Let's have a look at that. Nav. Oh, that's a lot of them. We need to get to the rally point. We'll have forces given to us, and then we'll need to figure out which one the general is in. Now, each of those transports will take a random path, so we need to figure out which one's which. Alright, we've reached our forces here, so first thing we want to do is we're going to find the mongoose in the squadron. I'm going to tell him to pick us up. There we go. Now this is the cool thing that's going on now. We can tell these guys to cloak up. There we go. This is the new secret weapon of the Chinese. The fact they can go invisible whenever they want. I'm going to tell that service bay thing to hold, and we need to figure out which of these APCs has the general. We do that by getting close and inspecting it. So while we're invisible, AI can't even target us or see us. You can still hear cloaked enemies, which will matter later when we do the Dogs of War campaign. But right now, AI does not even perceive we're there. We don't even show on their radar, so... Okay. You can still run into the enemies, as you can see. So we can determine the general's not in one. He can be in any of these APCs, but I quite often find he's in the later ones. Let's check APC number 2. He's in number 3. Oh, he's in number 3. That's lucky. That's nice and early. Alright, now we're just going to figure out a good ambush spot for him. So we want to wait for a little bit.
It will not be hard.
Problem is if you do engage, you can get attacked by multiple transport escorts. So we want to find a good place to shoot this guy. And the thing is, their pathing is completely random. I think he's going to go this way. If that's the case, might be able to set up a... Let's see if we can get lucky. Got him. Pull our forces back. We know that APC is not going to move anymore. So our next mission is to get in that APC, but even with the perceived enemy threat and the fact that they're all going to guard that APC, we do not want to just charge in there. So what we want to do is get our units converged up, and we're going to pick a fight. I'll probably keep jumping out and sniping and getting back in. Might actually not be a bad idea. Let's see if I can just park this up here. Get a second kill. Might be too far with the sniper. Oh, I hear another transport. I need to get back on my ship. So that one can't move, but there's still the other ones that move around. We've got to be careful of that. Yeah, right there. Get our units. Patient. What units have we got access to? We've got more of a... We haven't got any we have to really worry about. We'll get a quick shot off while we wait. That second transport gone away far enough? Oh, we have got a Phoenix. You can just go over there. Don't want to get him out there. Phoenix is the CRA bomber. I do not want that in this group.
Understood.
So we're going to uncloak them.
Disposer. At your disposal.
Wait a few seconds.
Onward. In transit.
And we'll get them to attack Grendel first. And while I'm cloaked, there we go. So while my forces fired out, put the siren there now. I've still got the flanker on me. Well, now we just run.
Offensive unit lost.
Engaging thrusters.
Pretty simple. Now the hard part's done. It's just run as fast as you can. Let your units
Destroy.
intercept where possible, and you'll be fine.
Attacking.
All the other APCs are too far away now, so their escorts can't really help.
Death be not proud. At your disposal.
I'll take that flanker.
Attacking.
And once this is done, mission will be complete.
Destroy.
Well done, Major. You have also saved the Red Army considerable, embarrassment. The problems that could have arisen if General Fu had been harmed. Well, let us not dwell upon them.
GG. The debrief is very simple. Good work, Major. You have saved the Red Army a great deal of embarrassment. Let's see what's up next. Alright, up next we'll have Red Brigade Mission 2, Precious Cargo. Looks like the, Dostoevsky now has a much higher priority to do, and that includes escorting all the scientists off Venus. Anyway, as usual, if you guys like what I'm doing here, like the coverage of this series, and are more interested in seeing me do more of this work, make sure you always usual like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button for more notifications of what I'm doing. Anyway, as usual, be safe and peace out.